in this wide area, this near wide area, have Inter. They were really poor in the first half.
Inter early on in this game, wearing the look of a team, trying to turn things around defensively, put in a new system. Nainggolan. It's always difficult when you go from 3 at the back to 4. Campagnaro playing at right back for Inter this evening, the 34-year-old Argentinian. Here's Holebas. As though he had shown too much of the ball to the defenders. That is magnificent! Jose Holebas! Good heavens! It's a wonder goal!
Well, we talked about their defending. It's a wonder goal, not great defending from Inter, but watch Totti. He tells Holebas to keep running with the ball. He's standing in the centre-forward position, Totti. He sees Holebas coming, he encourages him to keep going. He went past the first challenge of Campagnaro, who tries to come across here. Then he goes past Ranocchia far too easily, but what a strike across the goalkeeper. An absolutely brilliant goal from Roma's point of view, but not good from Inter again.
Quite the pick-me-up for the Giallo Rossi at the start of the second half. What a hit from Holebas. Well, it's quite the way to get off the mark in Serie A. Roma 2, Inter 1.
Well, the problem when you're playing with a narrow midfield, which Inter are, because Guarin's on the right-hand side, but he's playing narrow. Kuzmanovic on the left-hand side is playing narrow. Then they've got Medel and Villa in the central area. When the ball switches to the fullbacks and they start galloping forward, they can get up ahead of steam. Guarin's been shouted at by one or two of the other players to how he allowed Holebas to run so far forward. You've got to look at Ranocchia. Yes, he equalised with his head, but we talked about his lack of pace. He's got to defend better than that.
A scorcher from Holebas, his first goal for Roma. Gervinho in the illegal position meanwhile. Wasn't really known for his goal-scoring prowess at Olympiacos, Jose Holebas. Just a couple of goals last season in all competitions. That goal, incidentally, going in just 1 minute and 3 seconds after the resumption of play. Well, Inter have battled back once. They're going to have to do it again. Kuzmanovic. No luck for Palacio, and again it's headed away by Astori. Nainggolan, Gervinho, offside once more.
Tight decision again. He wanted the ball played a little bit earlier, quite a bit earlier, not from Nainggolan, but Ljajic earlier on in that move. As the game wears on, I think he's going to be an even bigger threat when Roma are counter-attacking.
Keita, that measured ball to Gervinho. Trying to outrun and outfox Dodò. Not getting any sympathy from referee Mancini. Kuzmanovic, Swiss-born Serbian international. Palacio. Dodò. Maicon. rain fell on the players at the end of the first half. Got significantly heavier during the half-time break. Forecasters warning us that a few severe storms might be coming through the Rome area tonight and tomorrow morning.
Too many times when the ball's gone up into the two front players, they haven't been able to hang on to it. Particularly Manolas has just tried to nick the ball in front of the centre forwards. He's done it quite well so far.
Holebas. The trend has been Roma's friend in recent meetings with Inter. Ljajic, the defenders backing off. Here's Maicon. And it's very ordinary from Maicon against one of his former clubs.
How easy was that for Totti just to switch the play? Ljajic got the ball. Running infield, Maicon makes the run, Kuzmanovic can't chase him back. Then it just needed that final pass from Maicon. That's been the problem for Inter the whole of the game. That switch of play out to the right-hand side, Roma's right, has caused them all sorts of problems.
Controlled by Osvaldo. Guarin, Osvaldo. Well, he has a flair for the dramatic. It would have been special had it gone in. Danny Osvaldo.
Well, that was brilliant from him. Saw him try one in the first half. A free kick was given. It's the only way he's going to get a shot on target. The ball had time to drop.
Ronaldo scored 27 goals in 55 seconds.
Fearsome front three, wasn't it? Eric Lamela out on the right-hand side, Totti through the middle, Osvaldo coming in from the left-hand side.
Certainly very watchable then, Roma, as they are now. As Ljajic just getting tangled up, Palacio tries to get boot on ball. And Keita and all the way back to Sanctis. It's a Roma side chock full of thinkers and ball players. Nainggolan, at times you feel resembles three players in one. No noticeable weaknesses in his game. Ljajic. Adam Ljajic receiving it again from Maicon. Now Astori. Holebas. Nainggolan feeding Totti. Nainggolan and attempting to wedge it towards Ljajic.
It was good play from Roma up until that final pass. They played round the pressure on this side of the field, switched it out to that far side, then tried to come back again. Rafael Honigstein was absolutely right at half-time when he said he's not quite sure what game plan Mancini's got for this Inter side. Nor am I at the moment. Doesn't seem to be too much structure in the play, both with and without the ball.
Well, if you believe the statistics, one thing Inter have done well in Serie A this season is pass. Ranked third in all the passing categories. The best team in that regard, you've guessed it, Roma. Ranocchia on target earlier. And nobody in the vicinity for the Nerazzurri. And here's Nainggolan for Roma. Wasn't the best of passes, gobbled up by Medel. Medel. So was swinging away from Rodrigo Palacio. Oh, he wasn't holding back, was he? And Palacio on Maicon, the Argentinian against the Brazilian.
A bit of frustration from Palacio, trying to race out there. Maicon cleverly just nipped the ball away from him. He's always going to take the foul.
The referee elects to caution Rodrigo Palacio. Piece of over-exuberance.
Yeah, it's not a dangerous challenge, he's just trying to show his work rate, get across, stop Maicon getting forward.
And the rain unrelenting here in Rome tonight. Inter, technically speaking, in the wrong half of the table at the moment. Garcia's Roma trying to close the gap to 3 points once again at the top of the table. Dodò and Osvaldo! 2-2. Might have taken a nick on its way in, but Osvaldo will want that for himself. Silencing the Roma supporters who used to adore him, but it's joy for Inter. They've bounced back again.
Well, he hits it early, Osvaldo. I'm sure it did take a deflection. It looks like it came off the fullback, Holebas, as he came across to try and get the block in. He was aiming for the near post. As Osvaldo takes the deflection and goes in at the other side. Watch again. Dodò just plays it across the box. Here's the effort, and it actually comes off the other centre half. Astori goes into that far corner. Very unfortunate for Astori. Tries to get the block in. Nothing De Sanctis can do about it. And that should go down as Osvaldo's goal.
Well, that's how it stands at the moment. Danny Osvaldo. Well, if he gets it, when all is said and done, his 5th league goal of the campaign. He's on target in the Europa League on Thursday against Dnipro. Well, twice Roma have held the lead. Twice Inter have had the wherewithal to come back.
We talked about Dodò's poor defending, but it was him that got forward and put a decent ball into the box.
Holebas is high up the pitch again. Campagnaro doing the defending for Inter. Well, prior to tonight, Roma hadn't conceded a single goal at home in Serie A. Now they've shipped 2. Maicon. Came off the head of Jan and Vila. Nainggolan, burst of energy here. Nainggolan! Oh, it's a fine take by Samir Handanovic, and it needed to be.
Well, I think he's put in a great performance. Nainggolan goes past Ranocchia again down the outside. They got a bit narrow again, and Vila was beaten easily. Ranocchia was beaten easily. When he picked up the ball, there looked to be no chance of him getting a shot away and finding that bit of space.
Here's Ljajic. Now Gervinho. With a bob and a weave. Up against Juan Jesus. Totti trying to keep it alive. Pjanic! It's another one for Roma. It's raining goals at the Olimpico. Miralem Pjanic joins in the fun.
What play from Gervinho down the right-hand side, 1v1 against Juan Jesus. Went past, and it didn't seem any space to get down the byline. You've also got to give credit to Totti. He fell over when he had the first shot, but still had the awareness while he was on the ground just to poke it back to Pjanic. What a good side foot finish. Here's where Gervinho goes past the defender. He's just on the ground, pokes it back to Pjanic, and he just passes it into the corner of the net. They deserve that. They're the better team. They have been throughout the game. Can they hang on to it now?
Well, Pjanic has been the man for the assists in recent league games for Roma, but sure-footed that time, sweeping it home. That's Mancini just having a word with officialdom.
At the moment, I'm not quite sure why they're all complaining.
There were a few protests from Inter. Guarin had something to say to Paolo Silvio Mazzoleni as well, as Roberto Mancini walks away. What was the fuss all about?
Still not quite sure. Change of plans here maybe for Mancini. Thought his side were back into it. Now they've lost that third goal.
Inter, at long last, will restart this game.
Well, that's what they wanted. They wanted a free kick there, but just got to get on with the game. It's a little nutmeg. Guarin could have got the ball the other side. I think he goes down too easily. There's the last bit. Nothing wrong with that, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. Gervinho's been a real threat when he's been in 1v1 situations. It's Roma that look as though they're going to make some substitutions here.
Daniele De Rossi is about to come on. Guarin. What an entertaining contest this has turned out to be. It's Kuzmanovic who rolls over.
He's going to be one of the players to come off by the looks of it. Kuzmanovic can't do anything at the far post against Ljajic.
There'll be a double substitution. Alessandro Florenzi to make his way on as well. Adam Ljajic bids goodbye to this Sunday night contest. So Florenzi, who played right back incidentally in the Champions League during the week against CSKA Moscow. And it's Keita also departing. So De Rossi is on. (3-2) to Roma. What next?
Well, De Rossi's going to go in and play his usual position, just in front of the two centre-halves. And Florenzi is going to play exactly where Ljajic was playing. And straight away he's got himself into a bit of trouble here.
Alessandro Florenzi, the 23-year-old, product of the Roma youth system. It was over-vigorous. Well, Inter weren't happy about the third Roma goal. Felt there was an infringement. Felt that Guarin had been wronged, but Roma just got on with it.
Well, it was a long way before they actually scored the goal, wasn't it? They still had a chance to defend it, Inter. Those two centre-halves have been exposed today for a lack of pace. Ranocchia and Jesus. It's too easy again for Gervinho to go past, and here's a problem.
Pjanic has worked its way to this right-hand side to Florenzi. Dodò. There's the defender tracking back. Totti and company with the lead, and it's going to be Kovacic time. Mateo Kovacic will try to influence the game as a substitute. Totti with a corner. Here is Maicon. Dodò was discomfited. Florenzi, impressive movement. Well, did he keep that in? Didn't appear that he had. Corner is the verdict. Handanovic is not buying it.
This is a difficult one for the assistant referee to give. And Jesus came out there. Who gets the final touch? Yeah, it was the defender. If the ball wasn't kept in, it was the defender that got the final touch. The officials are absolutely right.
Well, on the ground from Totti, it's Nainggolan giving it real leather.
Oh, they're busy arguing. Roma just get on with the game. He's been absolutely outstanding, that man there. Nainggolan, the complete midfield player.
So Mateo Kovacic will replace Jan Mvila. So a more creative midfielder on in Kovacic. 20-year-old who might have started this game. He has been struggling with a bruised toe. Osvaldo trying to judge the bounce of the ball. It's Manolas who knocked it away. Scrambling a bit here, Roma. And on a night like this, you never quite know what's going to happen next. Well, Sanctis had a bit of ground to cover. Gary Medel, of all people, in the advanced position.
Sloppy from Roma, ball played inside. Rossi won the first tackle, it just fell for Gary Medel. He read the situation really well. Sanctis has made one or two good saves in this game.
Yes, he has. Queuing up here for Inter. Ranocchia scored with a header earlier. Kovacic. Guarin. Wanted to let fly. Away goes Gervinho. Totti. Acres of space for Francesco Totti. And the sting was taken off it by Medel.
Nainggolan would be disappointed. Made a great run to overlap Totti. Again, that switch from left to right. Dodò wasn't in the picture. Medel ended up at left back.
Totti. Pjanic. And down he goes. No penalty. Juan Jesus was Pjanic's direct opponent. Daniele De Rossi.
And they can't believe the penalty hasn't been given. Pjanic bundled his way through the legs of Juan Jesus.
Garcia was fully convinced. Totti. Even at the age of 38, can bring his influence to bear. Roma in front for the third time tonight. It was ambitious. Guarin and Palacio looking for scraps.
Guarin's biggest threat is his dynamic right boot when he shoots. As he lined it up there was real danger for Roma. He didn't catch hold of it properly.
Astori trying to release Gervinho. Well, mistakes have been part of the story this evening.
It's been a great combination, hasn't it? Some good attacking play, some poor defensive play, particularly by Inter. Roma have looked susceptible at set plays.
Juan Jesus. Kovacic is elected to play it back to Ranocchia. Kovacic, young man from Croatia. Medel. Osvaldo. looking to slip it forward. Nainggolan. Gervinho couldn't quite get there. Ranocchia was making sure of that.
Gervinho had run offside and he was coming back as the ball was played.
We'll go Campagnaro. See if Osvaldo can get there. Up ahead of Maicon. Tremendous spectacle here at the Stadio Olimpico. Throw in taken by Dodò, and it was a foul throw.
It's not often you see them given in Serie A.
Very true, Stuart.
Players usually lift their foot up at the back. Nobody seems to worry about it. On that occasion, the foul throw was given.
Nainggolan. Here's Holebas. He's not going to forget his goal from earlier in a hurry. Totti. Maicon. Taken away by Dodò, and that battle of Brazilians. Totti wins it back for Roma. Pjanic, the scorer of the third Roma goal. Nainggolan, for once his control, deserts him. Kuzmanovic was nipping away at Nainggolan. Here's Holebas. Nainggolan.
There you saw Nainggolan made about the first mistake of the game for him. Having lost possession, he quickly won it back, put the defender under pressure. Suddenly Roma had the ball again.
Pjanic as Roma keep it moving. And Jesus with the intervention. It's Nainggolan. That's part of his makeup. Florenzi had just drifted into the offside position. Alessandro Florenzi.
Done into Guarin. He is now playing next to Medel in those holding midfield positions. Kovacic is playing just in front of them. Kuzmanovic has gone out to the right-hand side.
Gervinho. That's the one that got away. Totti. And now Inter's turn to play it in. Rodrigo Palacio still hasn't found the net in Serie A this season. Inter's most reliable source of a goal last term in the top flight. In heavy rain in the Eternal City. Taken by Guarin. Totti, and he's done it again. Nainggolan with a simple but very effective pass. Gervinho appealing for offside. And finally the flag did go up as Gervinho moved towards the ball.
Well, it's not offside. You can see there he's level with the last player. That was a poor decision by the assistant.
What the next transfer window holds for Inter. Now with Roberto Mancini in charge. Talk about a swoop for new faces. Perhaps Mancini tapping into his knowledge of English football, his contacts in the English game. He was working in Turkey last season with Galatasaray. To have been linked with the Galatasaray midfield player Selçuk İnan. Totti. Campagnaro didn't look comfortable at all. He's faced by Florenzi. Only away by Ugo Campagnaro inside the final quarter of an hour. And a quick reminder, it's Sampdoria against Napoli. More Serie A action for you to enjoy tomorrow. 8 p.m. BT Sport 1. Every kick of the ball from the Marassi. And then on Friday, it's a big one in Florence. Fiorentina at home to the leaders, Juventus. 7:45 on Friday, you can see that on ESPN. Roma 3, Inter 2. Here's Pjanic, trying to find the angle. Didn't have an awful lot to aim at.
Did he have a chance just to hit that bit earlier? Again, good link-up play. They are clever in and around the box. They play balls, continue their run.
Maicon. All the way back there. Holebas linking up with Nainggolan, and again Nainggolan. Ranocchia's gone over there to cover for Inter. Nainggolan!
He's a player playing great confidence. Here's the penalty appeal earlier on. And it's difficult to see whether Juan Jesus tugs him back. It's a scrap for the ball. I think the referee again gets that right. 6-1, half dozen the other. He has to be absolutely sure to give the penalty.
There's the element of doubt about it. Inter still plugging away in attack. Kostas Manolas operating in central defence tonight against Osvaldo. Roma trying to keep pace with Juventus at the top. It was a scare for Juve earlier, just so the old lady might be held to a draw by Torino. The Derby della Mole. And there was Andrea Pirlo at the death.
How many times has he done that in the last couple of years? Doesn't score that many goals, but they always seem to be important ones. Pirlo. He also had Lichtsteiner sent off as well. They were down to 10 men when he scored that.
To make sure they're tight defensively here. Manolas was keeping a weather eye on Palacio.
Really, Palacio has no right to get some sort of head on this ball. Ball played into the box. Oh, this is a big centre-half. It's a good leap from Palacio.
32-year-old Argentinian. 5 appearances for his country at the World Cup, all as a substitute, including in the final. Here's Kovacic. There's been a lot of talk about Inter being of a mind to extend the contract of Mateo Kovacic. Ranocchia from the back. It's Manolas with the header away for Roma. Now that was a painful one. The referee had a reasonable view of it.
He's just looked off the pace since he's been on. It wasn't great control from Rossi. Then he has to poke it away from Dodò. He just catches him.
De Rossi, his 347th Serie A appearance.
Yeah, just had his foot stamped upon by Dodò. I think it was an accident.
Villa, it was earlier, might be handed a repair bill at some point this week. Is there any lasting damage?
It's interesting to know whether that was frustration just with the way the game's going, or whether it's the frustration of being brought off and he's having to go at Mancini. That won't go down too well. I don't think Mancini minds the odd argument or two with his players.
No, seen that before, haven't we? Astori want to take any chances.
Rossi, he's struggling.
The latest change. The electronic board. Saw the numbers on it there.
You've got to be careful.
It's going to be a double substitution for Inter. Mauro Icardi and Joel Obi to come on. Icardi, top scorer of the season, but was poor in the derby last week. Dodò has gone off. Joel Obi scored in that derby. Derby della Madonnina against Milan, the equaliser for Inter. And Gary Medel is making his way towards the touchline. That will be all for Medel. Obi, the Nigerian, but a product of the Inter youth system. So how much that goal meant to him last week. Iturbe, meanwhile, is going to come on at the next break and play for Roma.
Obi's just gone to left back.
Kuzmanovic.
He's playing a bit deeper as well, Kuzmanovic. Just trying to restructure things here, Mancini.
Iturbe continues to do a bit of stretching. Zdravko Kuzmanovic. Roma block is in place. Inter have never been ahead. It's been a story of Inter trying to fight back. Managed to do so twice. They have a third equaliser in them. Bodies in there again, including Osvaldo. All the while, Iturbe waits patiently. Here's Kovacic. Palacio and Osvaldo higher up the field. Kovacic! They try to produce a piece of magic.
Well, that's what he can do, just drops his shoulder on Rossi, who's struggling slightly. He just got a block on that.
So Juan Iturbe will come on for Francesco Totti. Electronic board didn't seem to want to cooperate to begin with. And the man who made his Roma debut way back in March 1993. 569th Serie A appearance comes to an end. Still as popular as ever. Totti will be a spectator the rest of the way. Juan Iturbe, the Argentinian, is on, the 21-year-old.
Well, Rossi, should I say Totti, showed once again what an intelligent player is, what a great technical player is. He drifted out into wide areas to create overloads, picked out passes, his switches of play were brilliant.
Torino against Palermo is coming up on Saturday. BT Sport 1, 7:45. More Serie A action for you to look forward to. And on Sunday it'll be Inter against Udinese, part of the European football show. Well, what a dramatic entrance it would be for Iturbe. He saw that the space was opening up in front of him.
It was won by Nainggolan to start with, then Gervinho took over. Good pace to get away from the defender. Just lifts it over the bar. That could have killed the game off.
Inside the final 5 minutes in rainy Rome. To here, to the Gianno Rossi. What do Inter have left to throw at Roma? Oh, that's not at all what was needed. Guarin, it's Florenzi for Roma, and Maicon, and Florenzi once more, as Roma try to see this out. Pjanic. Nainggolan. He's a nippy player, Iturbe. Natural runner, dribbler! And Gervinho was waiting.
Campagnaro doesn't get tight, doesn't adjust his feet. Iturbe just goes past him with ease. Does the right thing, hits it across the goalkeeper. Not quite inside the far post. It's end-to-end stuff here.
It certainly is. Hang on to your hats. Palacio. No difficulties encountered by Sanctis. Well, there's been a third goal for Saint-Etienne in the derby in Liga Coad. And that should just about wrap it up. 3-0 to Saint-Etienne. That's on BT Sport 2. And back it goes. Rossi into the clutches of Morgan Sanctis. Trying to control it here. Inter. No luck for Icardi. Here's by Kovacic. Obi, a shuffle of feet. It's a poor ball when all is said and done. Well, Roberto Mancini, there he is. I don't think he's just protecting himself from the elements. It does appear that he was actually sent off earlier. Told to leave the technical area. Remember, there was the big kerfuffle just following on from the third Roma goal. And Mancini was quite vocal.
He was having a running battle with the fourth official throughout the game. Wasn't happy with many of the decisions that were happening for his side or against his side. He's still in contact with Juventus if they win this game. The side have played well, certainly in the attacking areas. It's been a brilliant display at times of how to switch the play, how to create overloads.
Inching towards 90 minutes, Gervinho dovetailing with Nainggolan. Here again is Gervinho. He's such a difficult opponent. He's going away from goal. Now he turns on the style. Gervinho feeding it back, and it wouldn't fall for Florenzi. Pjanic. Nainggolan. Down he goes. Free kick to Roma. And a yellow card as well. Guarin.
Well, what brilliant play it was from Gervinho right up until the final pass. But brilliant play, absolutely wonderful trickery. Past two or three players. Here it is again. Goes in between the two defenders. They've had an absolute shock of the two centre halves at times. See Guarin goes out the danger area. In the end, the pass isn't quite good enough. Campagnaro comes across.
Just to confirm what we told you about earlier, as we confirmed the yellow card for Guarin, Roberto Mancini was, technically speaking, banished to the grandstand, although he had his own interpretation of that quite clearly.
Now we know Pjanic. No Totti on the field, but Pjanic is a great striker of the ball from these sort of areas. Gets it up and over the wall.
The decibel level increasing in added time at the end of the game. Miralem Pjanic eyes his target! Two for Pjanic tonight, and it puts the seal on another Roma victory. Quality from Pjanic.
He is a wonderful technician. He's been outstanding throughout the game, but he gets enough pace and it goes over the top of the wall. And again, no chance for Handanovic. What a good strike it is. Just about goes over the top of the wall. Handanovic can't get across there, but it's the pace. See the side spin on the ball, the top spin as well. Absolute perfection.
Rudy Garcia punches the air with delight. Roberto Mancini wants to look away. 4-2 to Roma. And you've got to say over the piece, they deserve the victory that will come their way. Miralem Pjanic, a deadly double from the Bosnia-Herzegovina international.
Well, he's the player with the 2 goals. You get a lot of the headlines, but there's been one outstanding player for me on the field, Nainggolan. Interesting to hear what the chaps in the studio, particularly Owen, about his midfield performance. He's won the ball back, he's been creative, he's had to play out in the wide left position in the last 20 minutes since the Rossi came on, but he's done everything right, and he played well and influenced the game just as much. A brilliant game of football.
It really has been enthralling. Roma sending another message to Juventus. The old lady might still be 3 points ahead, but Roma have no intention of going away in this title race. They've had the wobbles in this game. Rossi, twice Inter were able to fight back, but Roma finish on a high. Miralem Pjanic with that majestic free kick, his second goal of the evening. And although Roma have conceded at home for the first time this season, in the end shipping 2 goals, they have run out victors. And it's a well-merited triumph. What a game, what a night in the rain. Roma 4, Inter 2.
Thank you, Derek, as the sounds of Antonello Venditti sweep into the Roman night. Another magic